Hello, my friends. Welcome to Real Easy Talks. I'm Anna, and I'm so glad you are here with me today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for choosing to learn. It means a lot. In today's episode, I want to talk about something that many learners struggle with. I want to talk about vocabulary, how to remember English words. Maybe you learn new words every day, but after a few days, you forget them. Maybe you study vocabulary lists. You memorize 10 words. You memorize 20 words. But next week, they are gone. Maybe you feel frustrated. Maybe you think your memory is bad. Well, you're not alone. This is one of the biggest problems for English learners. Millions of people have the same problem. But here's the good news. Your memory is not the problem. The problem is how you study. Today, I will give you 5 simple ways to remember English words. These are methods that really work. These are methods that I use myself, and these are methods that my students use. After today, you will stop forgetting. You will start remembering. Slow, clear, confident. That's what we do here. Are you ready? Let's begin. Before we talk about the 5 ways, let me explain something important. Let me explain why we forget. Your brain is very smart. It wants to save energy, so it throws away information it doesn't need. If you see a word only once, your brain thinks it's not important, so it forgets the word. But if you see a word many times, your brain thinks it's important, so it keeps the word. If you use a word, your brain thinks it's very important, so it remembers the word forever. This is how memory works. Repetition. Repetition means doing something again and again. The more you see a word, the more you remember it. The more you use a word, the stronger the memory becomes. So the key is not to study more, the key is to study smarter. Let's talk about how. Tip number 1. Learn words in sentences, not alone. This is the most important tip. Please remember this. Many learners study vocabulary lists. They write the English word on one side, they write the translation on the other side. They try to memorize, word by word, one by one. This is not a good way to learn. Why? Because words alone have no context. Context means the situation around something. Context helps you understand. Context helps you remember. When you learn a word in a sentence, you understand how to use it. You see the grammar. You see the meaning in action. For example, don't just learn the word delicious. Learn it in a sentence. This pizza is delicious. Now you know. Delicious describes food. Delicious means very good taste. Don't just learn the word nervous. Learn it in a sentence. I feel nervous before exams. Now you know. Nervous is a feeling. Nervous means worried and a little scared. When you learn words in sentences, you also learn grammar automatically. You don't need to study grammar rules separately. The sentences teach you. Here's what I do. When I find a new word, I never write just the word. I always write a full sentence. I always write an example from my own life. Try this yourself. Next time you learn a new word, write it in a sentence. Write a sentence about your life. Write a sentence that is true for you. This makes it personal. This makes it easier to remember. Learn words in sentences, not alone. Okay, here is tip number 2. Use pictures and images. Your brain loves pictures. Your brain remembers pictures much better than words. This is science. This is how our brain works. Think about it. Can you remember a face you saw yesterday? Probably yes. Can you remember a phone number you saw yesterday? Probably no. Faces are images. Phone numbers are just numbers. Images are easier to remember. So when you learn a new word, create a picture in your mind. Create a mental image. Mental means in your head. For example, you want to learn the word exhausted. Exhausted means very, very tired. Close your eyes, imagine a person. This person just ran a marathon. They are lying on the ground. They can't move. Their face is red. They are breathing hard. This is exhausted. Now, when you hear exhausted, you will see this picture. You will remember. Another example, you want to learn the word crowded. Crowded means too many people in one place. Imagine a subway train in the morning. People everywhere. You can't move. Bodies touching bodies. No space. This is crowded. The crazier the picture, the better. The funnier the picture, the better. Your brain loves unusual things. Your brain remembers unusual things. I had a student who wanted to learn the word slippery. Slippery means smooth and easy to slide on, like ice, like a wet floor. She imagined a banana peel on the floor. She imagined herself stepping on it. She imagined falling down in a funny way. She laughed, and she never forgot the word slippery. Use pictures. Create images in your mind. Make them funny. Make them crazy. Your brain will thank you. Now let's move on to tip number 3. Connect new words to words you already know. Your brain doesn't store words separately. Your brain connects words together, like a web, like a network. When words are connected, they are stronger. They are easier to remember. So when you learn a new word, connect it to words you already know. How do you do this? One way is to use word families. A word family is a group of related words. For example, happy, happiness, happily, unhappy. These words are all connected. They are all from the same family. When you learn happy, also learn happiness and unhappy. Now you know 3 words, not just one, and they help each other. They support each other in your memory. Another way is to use synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms are words with similar meanings. Antonyms are words with opposite meanings. For example, you learn the word big. Connect it to synonyms like large and huge. Connect it to antonyms like small and tiny. Now, these words are all linked in your brain. When you think of big, you also think of large, huge, small, tiny. They come together. They help each other. I also like to connect words by topic. For example, when I learn kitchen words, I learn them together. Stove, oven, fridge, sink, counter. They are all in the kitchen. They are all connected. When I think about my kitchen, all these words come to my mind. They are a group. They are a family. Connect new words to old words. Build a network in your brain. Tip number 4. Review at the right time. This is very important. Most people review at the wrong time. They review too late, or they review too often at first, then stop completely. Let me explain. There is something called the forgetting curve. The forgetting curve shows how quickly we forget new information. After you learn something new, you forget it very fast. After one day, you might forget 70%. After 1 week, you might forget 90%. This is normal. This happens to everyone. But here's the trick. If you review at the right time, you can stop the forgetting. The best time to review is just before you forget. Here is a simple schedule. Day 1, you learn new words. Day 2, you review. Day 7, you review again. Day 14, you review again. Day 30, you review one more time. Each time you review, the memory gets stronger. Each time, you can wait longer before the next review. This is called spaced repetition. Spaced means with gaps in between. Repetition means doing it again. Spaced repetition is the most powerful way to remember anything. Scientists have studied this for many years. It really works. You don't need a complicated app. You can use simple cards. You can use a simple notebook. Just remember to review on day 2, day 7, day 14, and day 30. Review at the right time. Don't let the words disappear. Okay, here is tip number 5. This is my favorite one. Use the words in real life. This is the most powerful way to remember. Nothing beats using words in real life. Nothing. When you use a word, something magical happens. Your brain thinks, this word is important. I need to keep it. The memory becomes very strong, very deep. But how do you use new words in real life? One way is to write. Write a diary in English. Use your new words. Write about your day. Write about your feelings. Write about anything. Just use the words. Another way is to speak. Talk to yourself. Yes, talk to yourself. Describe what you are doing. Use your new words. I feel exhausted today. The train was so crowded this morning. You can also try to use new words in conversations. If you have a speaking partner, try to use your new words when you talk. If you learn online, use your new words in comments. Use them in messages. I have a simple rule. When I learn a new word, I try to use it at least 3 times that day. I write it, I say it, I think about it 3 times. After that, the word usually stays in my memory. Another trick is to label things around you. Stick small notes on objects in your house. The fridge, the door, the mirror, the window. Every time you see the object, you see the English word. You read it, you say it, you remember it. Use the words. Don't just study them, use them. All right, let's review the 5 tips we talked about today. Tip 1. Learn words in sentences, not alone. Context helps you remember. A word in a sentence has meaning. A word alone is just letters. Tip 2. Use pictures and images. Create mental images. Make them funny, make them crazy. Your brain loves pictures. Tip 3. Connect new words to words you already know. Build a network in your brain. Use word families. Use synonyms and antonyms. Tip 4. Review at the right time. Use spaced repetition. Day 2, Day 7, Day 14, Day 30. Don't let the words disappear. Tip 5. Use the words in real life. Write them, speak them, use them in conversations. This is the most powerful tip. These are simple tips, but they are powerful. They are based on science. They are based on how your brain really works. Let me share one more thing with you. I want to talk about how many words you need. Many learners worry about vocabulary size. They think they need to know 10,000 words. They think they need to know 20,000 words. This feels impossible. This feels scary. But here's the truth. You don't need that many words. Studies show that the most common 1,000 words cover about 80% of everyday conversation. The most common 3,000 words cover about 95%. That means with just 3,000 words, you can understand almost everything in daily life. You can have conversations. You can read news. You can watch movies. 3,000 words. That's not so scary, right? And here's another secret. You probably already know more words than you think. If you've been learning English for a year or more, you probably know 1,000 to 2,000 words already. So you are closer than you think, much closer. The key is not to learn more and more words. The key is to learn the right words. Learn the common words. Learn the useful words. Learn words you will actually use. Don't waste time on rare words. Don't waste time on words you will never use. Focus on the words that matter. How do you know which words matter? Simple. If you see a word often, it matters. If you hear a word often, it matters. If you need a word in your life, it matters. Learn those words first. Learn them well. Learn them deeply. Quality over quantity. Deep learning over surface learning. Now, I want to tell you a story about my student, David. David came to me 2 years ago. He was frustrated. He said, "Anna, I study vocabulary every day. I use flashcards, I memorize lists, but I still can't speak. I still forget everything." I asked him, "How do you study?" He showed me his notebook. Page after page of English words with translations. Hundreds of words. Thousands of words, just words and translations, nothing else. I said, "David, this is the problem. You are memorizing, not learning. You are collecting words, not using them." I taught him the 5 tips. Learn in sentences, use pictures, connect words, review at the right time, and use words in real life. At first, he was doubtful. Doubtful means he didn't believe it would work. But he tried. He changed his method. He started learning words in sentences. He started creating funny pictures in his mind. He started connecting words together. He started reviewing at the right time. And most importantly, he started using words in real life. After 1 month, he came back to me. His eyes were bright. He said, "Anna, something is different. I remember the words now. They stay in my head, and I can use them when I speak." After 3 months, his vocabulary had grown, but more importantly, he could use the words. He could speak more naturally. He could express himself better. This is the difference between memorizing and learning. Memorizing puts words in your short-term memory. Learning puts words in your long-term memory. You don't want to memorize, you want to learn. And that's what these 5 tips will help you do. I also want to mention something about mistakes. Many learners are afraid to use new words. They are afraid to make mistakes. They wait until they are sure. They wait until they are perfect. But waiting doesn't help. Waiting makes you forget faster. Use the words, even if you make mistakes. Mistakes are how you learn. Mistakes are how you remember. When I was learning, I made so many mistakes with new vocabulary. I used words in the wrong way. I used words in funny situations. People laughed, but I learned, and I never forgot those words. One time I wanted to say, "I'm excited," but I said, "I'm exciting." Do you know the difference? I'm excited means I feel excitement. I'm exciting means I make other people feel excited. Very different. Everyone laughed. I was embarrassed, but I never made that mistake again. My brain remembered. Mistakes are your friends. Mistakes help you remember. Don't be afraid of them. Okay, my friends, you have made it to the end of this episode. Congratulations! Today, we talked about how to remember English words. I gave you 5 simple ways. These methods work. They really do, but only if you use them. I want you to try something today. Pick one new word. Just one. Put it in a sentence. Create a picture in your mind. Review it tomorrow. Use it in real life. One word, one day, one step. That's how you build a strong vocabulary, word by word, day by day. I believe in you. Your memory is good. You just need the right method. Keep learning, keep practicing, keep believing in yourself. You are doing amazing. You really are. Thank you for spending this time with me today. It means so much to me. I'm Anna, and this is Real Easy Talks. Slow, clear, confident. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep learning. Bye for now.